What's going on, guys? We're back to the BMW Z3, but we're doing stuff a little bit different this time. Normally we're doing engine stuff and exhaust and all that other stuff and building the car, but we already did the rotary swap in this thing. Runs and drives, you've seen in the last video if you checked it out. But it's very base model Z3, and we're going to make it look a little bit better than it does right now, and we got a lot to do in this, so let's get to it. All right, guys, we got a pile of stuff to put in this BMW. We got some new headlights. We got new lights all the way around. Every light in this car smashed, broken, cracked, falling out of the thing. So we're going to get those out of there. And we're blacking everything out in this car. We're going to be getting some new rims for it. If you didn't see the short, we also have a big wide body for the car. So that's not going on in this video, but that implies the rims. But if you watched the last video, we started putting in these Nrg racing seats. They're coming out. I'm getting a different set. They hit the door, they power, they move, and all that stuff. Got a black set coming with red stitching, sorry, and they'll fit a little bit better and have more control over where we go with it. So let's get into this thing, and we'll go over some of the stuff that I've already done. All right, well, the camera cut out, but I already did a few things, like started to put the grill and stuff. So we'll start with the easy stuff since they're the most broken. We, like I said, blacked out LED marker lamps. So they're not too bad to get out. You'd kind of just, these ones are already smashed, previously smashed. So I can reach through here as I move all around and fall and all that good stuff. So actually, I already had one out. They're not too bad to normally take out, but these are broken and somebody glued them in. So they're fun to get out. So instead of, normally you just slide it forward, pull them out, but this, I am going to have to just jam out of the thing, as you can see, nice and broken here and junk. So you gotta take the bulb out, nothing crazy, drop the wiring back in the bumper, because that's the thing to do, and then you just plug these back in here like so, kind of. And it's going to fight me because, you know, everything fights you when you're trying to do it quick and easy for everybody. But then you just push these back in, twist it in like your normal deal, and then see if I'm putting it in right, because it's been a while. And then you just basically push it forward and click it in. That's done. I don't know if you can see because the camera likes to follow me. I don't actually have somebody filming me. I've got a gimbal following me because I always promise to do action shots and stuff. And we never do anything. It's kind of just a vlog and show you what we did. So trying to do things a little bit differently here. Got maybe a little bit better audio because I got a new mic. And the mics are terrible on my camera. So yeah, if you can see that, if it wants to zoom in, I'll turn the lights on after when I actually am holding the camera. But that one's out, junk, like I said. And then these, you just, somebody probably glued it in because that's what they did with the other side too. Awesome. So we're gonna fight with this, apparently, because they normally just push forward and come out, but I got these anyways. So normally it's like that, so I've got to push it this way and it doesn't want to come out. So we're going to get violent because that's what you do when things don't want to cooperate. So we're going to give them a little tap tap. All right, so the camera cut out again because my heater was blowing on it and my phone overheated. So anyhow, we got the little tap tap, we got the glue off of it basically, because you know that's what people do, is they glue lights back in instead of replacing them for $20. I don't even think they were $20. I think they were like 12. But yeah, same thing with this. As you can see, it's falling apart as I'm taking it apart. Pull the bulb out, stuff this back in, maybe, and then push the wiring back in, twist. Yay, we're giving a tutorial now. And then this should just go like that, like I said, we're going to fight the gasket because it's going to fall off. China stuff. I love it. So, like I said, you just spring it back and snap it in and then push it back forward. Or not. This is a fight for some reason. Normally these just go in. I've never fought with them that bad. But I think it's the gasket because it's not staying on the light. So, you know, action videos. It's new for me again. But this wants to fight all the way. For some reason, it's going to make me look like a jerk. Because that's what they do. And apparently, oh, it's the glue on the fender. It doesn't want to let me lock it in. I love previous owners of these cars. So I'll probably finish addressing that off of camera instead of drawing this out for an hour because I'm not that type of person. All right, so off camera, we got this lens in here. I had to scrape a bunch of glue out of this thing. Awesome. So we're going to get violent again here because previous owner broke grills and they're glued in as well. Why wouldn't they be, you know? So I'm going to have to break them out with the screwdriver. Yeah, awesome, right? So we're going to break these out. So much for saving them or anything like that. All right. Out. And we're going to get something and clean this because it is filthy. So we're not going to leave all the dirt on here. You don't want to leave the dirt on here. We got a nice ring of glue and paint overspray because apparently they've painted, well, they have painted this car terribly. And that's part of the reason why we've got the M3 Roadster body for this thing. But there's some nasty stuff on this and glue, like I said, because, you know, why would we just do it properly? Literally like 20 bucks for new grills. We'll glue them back in. I don't understand why people do stuff like this. I mean, I do, but why? Just fix it, right? Don't glue things to your car. They're just going to fall off. So, like I said, we got black ones and they go in real easy. Look at that. Tough right there. So that is that. Much better, much better. So we'll take a look at this and then we'll get these headlights in. Stock headlights are awesomely dim. And I kind of got a little bit of night blindness. So we're addressing that as well. All right, so I'm going to hold the camera this time. My cameraman decided he wanted to quit. I'm just kidding. So he originally put a new emblem in the car, which is cool. But there's the grills and the black marker lights. Everything's blacked out on this thing now. It goes good because the top's black. The interior's tan. Makes me want to throw up. It's like my 5 Series. Well, the 5 Series has got white interior. So we got all these lights in. Not glued in anymore. And what I said about going over some previous stuff, I made some emblems for this thing. Because these emblems, they didn't replace. Just the trunk and front and wheels for some reason. And leave those ones chrome. Oh yeah, and we're going to be replacing the mirrors in this. Because, look, it's glued. Well, was glued. I already changed the door panels from the M Roadster. And let's see, I could probably show you some residue. So this had a wood screw in the other one. And then they siliconed the door panel on instead of putting the clips back in. So I actually have clips in it now. And the handle is on. So we're slowly replacing everything with black interior in this. because that's all, every piece is broken. So if anybody's got some black interior pieces that they don't want $700 to $1,000 for, let me know. That'd be awesome, because everybody is insane on them. So let's see what these lights look like. Anyways, I'll turn the lights off in here. Well, I should probably turn the like headlights on and stuff, because I'll turn the lights off and then we'll be in the dark. So you got to have everything on. Power steering's going to be on now too. Turn the four ways on so we can see everything. All right. Well, you can see these. So they obviously do that, which is a little bit cool, I guess. And then those are the LEDs in the front, which are just a strip. They look kind of cool. And yeah, they're pretty dingy lights here. So let's shut the lights off and see how bad they are. Oh yeah. You can almost tell how bad they are. Let me turn the four ways off. Well, we've got the TV on in here too. I wish I could take this outside and do it, but it's a mud pit right now because the snow all started melting. So there's the headlights, and we're in a garage. Like, it's only like 3 feet away. And yeah. So these lights are terrible, dingy, and brown. And the lenses are pretty clear, so that's telling you how bad they actually are. Yeah, I got a bicycle with brighter lights than that. So let's get these out of there. I'm going to turn the lights back on, turn stuff off, or, you know, turn all the breakers off in the garage. That'd be awesome. So, oh yeah, there's that power steering. If you didn't see it in the other videos, you notice it's not running. I can turn it with one finger. Go back, watch it, learn something. You can put electric power steering. Oh, I just set, that's awesome. There we go. I thought I set the alarm off, which I did get that to work too. All right, I'm kind of resituated here. So we got to get these other headlights out, and because they're trash. Boy, this thing's going to fight me the whole way. My hood props. This is probably going to fall off too because it's glued on. No, I'm just kidding. They bent the shit out of it so it doesn't clip in. So I got to order another one of those. Also, before we even get into these headlights, you can get, we put a plug in here that they make specifically for this car. And I'll put a link in the description for that too. But the headlights we've got some Auxito LED headlights. They're not bad at all. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, because that's awesome. Apparently I can't do it one-handed, so we're going to shake them open. So they give you a set of gloves, because you really don't want to touch the LEDs. And you can aim the beam on them. So they give you a little Allen key and extra O-rings, and then some zip ties as well, because you got your little modules here. So as easy as just coming over here and you basically grab your low beam over here. I don't know how well we can see, but easiest way is to actually not be doing this one-handed. That's the best way to do this. But I want to show you how easy it is, because I can do it with one hand. And then you just twist this out like so. We got the old halogen out. And then you just grab this like so. And that's going to beam sideways the way it is, so I'm not going to mess with it. We're just going to put it in that way. So to put them back in, it's as simple as doing it backwards. And like I said, I'm doing it one-handed. So if I can do it one-handed, you can do it. And you just put them in, focus, you know, you get it in the right spot, like so, twist back in, and we have this, which is the same plug as the BMW, not that one, because that goes to the washer bottle, but this one. And literally, let's see if I could do this one-handed as well, just to show you how easy it is, as I sit here and say, hey, it's super easy because I can do it one-handed. So we're plugged in, and we're gonna have to zip tie that up, and I'll do that off film because obviously I cannot do a zip tie with one hand. All right, you can probably see me. So there they are. Substantial difference. Let me get back here. Like, look how bright this is. I'll clip back to the other ones. And we can see the difference. So, yeah. I'm a big fan of bright lights aimed properly. Remember that, aimed properly. So let me turn the lights back on. And I mean, you can see them even with the lights on in here. So anyways, I'll leave a link to these headlights because I highly, highly recommend them. There's a link there. And also, if you want to set, I got a promo code. It's just RogueSpeed. I'll put it somewhere around here in a link, and you can get 15% off on these as well. This might look funny because I noticed my flash is on. But yeah, great lights. No issues. They're quiet. They got little fans in them. They don't make a bunch of noise. You probably hear my power steering pump. So, yeah. But also, moving on from the headlights, which I highly, highly recommend. And like I said, you get 15% off. They make bulbs for just about everything, every bulb in the car. A lot brighter. Also, interior. That's one of my pet peeves too, is the dingy interior that you can't see anything in the lights. But we put the 6-speed in this, so we have the correct pattern for that now. Blacked out, red. Imagine that. Also, these got to go. They're as hard as a rock. They probably got glue on them. No. But I've got to weld this stud into the shifter. You might have seen it in previous video where I had to make the shifter work in here. So we've got our T-shifter. So I'm going to cut this down like a 1/4 of an inch. Get this in here because where it is right now, it's a little high. Once I thread this on here, ends up being higher than I want it to be. So we're going to come down so the shifter sits right about here. So I'm going to get that tigged in, and we'll go back to some action shots here, because why not? We're going to try to make our videos a little more interesting and not so boring, and just pictures of what was done. Also, all right, guys, we got the shifter all mounted in. I started making this video a month ago, actually over, because I was trying to get everything in it, but we've got delayed on lots and lots of parts. So the shifter's all mounted in, welded, like I said, just on the stud. So this is all adjustable up and down height-ways, but it works fine. The one thing we were waiting for a month now was the black suede and red stitched boots for the emergency brake and that. But we also have black suede with red stitch seats now. Like I said, those other seats I was taking out. These seats, I know it's a pain to find seats for the Z3, and that's one of the big things I wanted to go over in the video, is these seats fit perfect, and they're on the original power seat brackets. So they go up and down, forward and back, just like the original ones do, except they do tip way forward and back, unlike the original seats. There's plenty of clearance between the door, center console. I don't have them fully bolted it down yet. We're going to go over that. All you need is some flat stock, basically, and you can get them mounted right on the factory brackets. So we're going to go over that real quick here, and let me get to it. Let me get these seats out and show you how they're mounted here. All right, like I was saying, with the seats, there's your factory power up and down, forward, back. And then for brackets, all I did is made little slot hooks to hook on those. And then the back, as you can see, there's 2 pieces of flat stock with M8 hardware in it, which is going to bolt right in the factory holes. And then the seat is going to be right on this bracket. So I can't hold on this and get it on. So let me get this together. I'll show you, and then we'll get it in the car. So give me just a second. This is going to be cut up a little weird, but here it is. Like I said, bolted, hooked. It ain't going anywhere. So let me get this in the car and show you. All right, guys, got the seat in the car. Factory seat belt, mounted like the factory seat belt with the explosive deal on the bottom of the latch. So everything is super safe like OEM. And like I can see, the biggest issue like I had with those seats is they'd hit right here. Like you couldn't go back all the way. Well, that they don't recline. But as I said, how good they fit. No issues. I'm getting jammed in the back with the door window. And I'm going to make a mount for this later, but I don't know if I can zoom out. Let me see if I can zoom out here. Apparently not, but I don't know if you can, well, you can see it moving. Forward, back, just like OEM. No issues. Seatbelt stays where it is. It's just a little tight right here, but that doesn't matter. I mean, that's just a plastic cover. It'll live and stuff like that. So let's just rinse and repeat on the other side. They fit with plenty of room. Like I said, the top up, they're maybe an inch taller than the original seats. So other than that, you sit a little bit lower than the original seats, so you get more headroom. So if anybody autocrosses or whatever, you got some bolsters, and you can fit a helmet with the roof up. So unfortunately, like I said, the steering wheel didn't come in and the boots. So we'll have that in the next one. We're waiting on the drive shaft. I finally got everything set for that, got my stuff. So the drive shaft will be coming in 2 to 4 weeks. And I'm also going to be changing the diff out to a 444 limited slip over the 2 whatever they are for the 5-speed. So I had to go with an automatic diff to get the gear ratio I needed, but that's going to put it in the same gear ratio as a Series 2 RX-8. So this thing should zip along pretty good because it makes well more power than that. So hopefully in the next one with this, we can get out, do a little tuning, test the car out, but I got to get some tires as well. So we'll see where we're at. So yeah, just about done. And, you know, a little cosmetic stuff on this. And it looks a hell of a lot better. We got no broken mirrors. That's the one thing I forgot. So we just put some racing mirrors on it. They were supposed to be real carbon fiber, but they sent me some faux carbon fiber. So we're going to be wrapping those some flat black, but they got decent brackets that go on the door. This door was painted with the mirror on, the broken one. I mean, go figure. I mean, they just glued everything together, which I had to do body check on that mirror to get it to fold over, and it broke. I knew it was going to happen. So don't touch your mirrors in these cars because they'll be broken. So yeah, that's where we're at. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hope that helped some of you guys out, and like and subscribe. Thanks.